Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I have, I think, 5 orchids that I want to share with you. New blooms. There are 4 what I call new blooms that have plants that have bloomed for me in the past, and I have 1 first bloom, and that's a plant that has not yet bloomed for me, and I'd like to share all of those with you today. Let's get started on this one. I got 3 here and yeah, 2 behind me. And let's get started with this one right here. So this one is a little special to me, and this is Guaracatonia Gopika. And this is special because this was named by Gopika's mom about a little less than a year ago. So this was named by a YouTube viewer to my channel, and about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I had a naming contest, and I treated it like a lottery. So I put everyone's name in a hat, pulled the winner out, and this ended up being named according to the Royal Horticultural Society, Gopika. This has been been blooming for me for many years. I actually didn't generate this hybrid, but I contacted the hybridizer and asked her whether I could name this orchid. She says it's been around a long time. She's surprised it hadn't been named, but it hadn't. And they've been selling it there, but they just never bothered naming it. So this is a Porsche Times Waianae. And this plant has, again, it's been blooming for me pretty consistently over the past few years. It grows up, you divide it, it grows up a little bit more, and nice small blooms. It's not something that I've used in my breeding, but it's a nice delicate bloom, small plant, but a good another bloom coming out. Just saw that. So it's got these blooms right here. So this is a bloom spike that has 5 buds on it, 3 of which that are open. And then there's another one coming out here. It just looks like it's a single bloom. And I don't know if there's any more, but as I look down at the base of this plant, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new pseudobulbs growing out of this. So a really vigorous plant, seems to do well. Oh my gosh, and it's doing well this time of the year because it's a little warm. It is 90 degrees right now, Fahrenheit, which is 32 degrees Celsius. I'm waiting for the rain to come through. It hasn't come through yet today, but today and this is the time of the year, mid-June, Southwest Florida, every afternoon, the clouds come in and we get rain. So my irrigation is turned off. These guys get watered every day. It's hot, it's humid. The orchids just love it. And Gopika is no exception. The one thing is, Gopika's mom, if you're watching, this thing's growing like crazy. And at one point I promised you a division of this plant. So if you want to reach out to me now, or actually after this is done blooming, would be a pretty good time to send you a division of this plant. So it's growing really well. It's nice, no fragrance, nice small delicate blooms, and it's a good, reliable, consistent bloomer for me in my collection. Okay, so this is Guaracatonia Gopika. Moving on a little bit, we're going to move over to here, and over here on this side of the table is this is BLC is what it says on the label, but I don't think the BLC genus is used anymore. But this is Hawaiian Leopard Ching. And this again is another consistent bloomer for me. I should mention that I got this plant from a colleague when he couldn't take care of his large collection anymore, and he sold some plants. And this is one of the plants that I picked up from him. It's in a small pot, looks like it's about a 5-inch ceramic pot, clay pot. It's been growing well again through the years. This year though, it seems to be doing really well. So it's got right now one bloom spike on it. There are 4 open flowers on this, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that have not opened yet. So this is going to have 13 flowers open on it. If the first one lasts, by the time the last one opens, it's going to have 13 open flowers on it. So this is a really nice, really nice plant. It seems a little bit lopsided, and the reality of it is that it is lopsided. There was a comparable flower spike coming out over on this side of the plant like this. Perfect balance, would have been good. I had this, these are hung, and so I had this under one of my other plants, a Cattleya ludemaniana, which apparently was a little jealous of this plant, fell over here and just, again, something like this on this side, just knocked it off about a week and a half ago. And it's a real disappointment, but you know, these kind of things happen. This flower, I should say, is just, it's glorious. It's really nice. So this is, it's Waianae Leopard, which is, if you might imagine, it's got a lot of nice spots on this. So it's a nice spotted Cattleya. It's in the in the petals and sepals. I went to an orchid meeting last night, and there was another Waianae Leopard, but a different cultivar that had even more spots on it. But it has really nice. It's green almost. It's pretty much green, almost yellow petals and sepals with some purple coloration in it, and again the dark spots. The throat on this is yellow and the lip is purple. It is a really nice, nicely presenting, fragrant flower. So this is one of those that I really love. The fragrance on this is one of those. This is one of those Cattleyas that kind of has an earthy, sweet fragrance, and that's one of the fragrances that I really like in Cattleyas. So, small pot. I'm going to have to put this in a bigger pot. This, I should mention, is in the same potting mix that it was in when I got it from the person that sold this to me. I think probably 4 years ago. So not a really fast-growing plant, but still a good, consistent bloomer. It's in lava stone in a small pot, and it's probably going to be time. It's coming over the edge of the pot, and I think it's going to be time to repot this. But a real nice, active, grower, a little bit taller than I like, and I would imagine once I put this in a bigger pot, it's going to grow like crazy, and I get a little bit out of hand, but that's what these guys do. Okay, so Waianae Leopard Ching. In the middle here, and I got to watch it to see that this doesn't fall over, but in the middle here, I have another leopard. So this is Hawaiian Leopard right here, and this has bloomed for me a couple of times, and it's very similar looking flower, but not the same. And again, another leopard. So this is Hawaiian Leopard Mei-Ling. Again, nice spots on the petals and sepals. Also the lip, same thing, a purple lip with a lot more spotting involved. The flowers on this plant, this is the second time this plant has bloomed for me. I'm not sure really where I picked this plant up, to be honest with you. But the interesting thing about Hawaiian Leopard Mei-Ling is that it's a progeny plant. One of the parents is Waianae Leopard, Ching. I don't know if it was Ching, but Waianae Leopard is a parent of Hawaiian Leopard. So there's a lot of leopards going on here, as you might imagine. Again, very similar looking flower. I actually like the Waianae Leopard flower a lot more than the Hawaiian Leopard flower. The flower they're spread out a little bit more, which is nice. They're a little bit bigger, but the petals and sepals are a little thinner. I'm not getting any fragrance out of the Hawaiian Leopard, which is a shame. But it might be a little bit of a younger plant. They're both in the same size pots. The flower spike is a little bit higher on here. But I should also mention that that Waianae Leopard lives on the fence behind you, and then Hawaiian Leopard lives up in my pergola. So a little bit of different growing conditions, which may explain how these things look, why they look maybe a little bit different. But still, both are nice plants. I'm happy with them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using them in my cross. I'm probably going to be using the Waianae leopard in some of my crossing. I love that it has so many flowers on this bloom spike. And again, it might happen here. The flowers here, I should mention that when the Hawaiian leopard opened up, some of the sepals got stuck behind some of the other flower parts, and I had to kind of straighten them out. And that's something that's undesirable. Both of these plants are cloned. So they both are cultivars, and they're cloned. And so so you don't know if any of this kind of pseudo distortion or not having the flower perfect are a result of the cloning process. I don't really know for sure, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see what the rest of the flowers look like on this plant. Okay, 2 more that I got to share with you. Again, repeat bloomers. And as I pull this down, the interesting thing, as I pull this down, this one I should say, this is Star Ruby, and then the cultivar is Xanadu. So this is growing up in the pergola behind me, kind of hard to get to. So I saw the flowers here, and these are, as you might imagine from the shape of the flowers here, and the flowers they're star-shaped, which means it's a Brassavola nodosa hybrid, but it's got some purplish petals and sepals, purple lip, star-shaped flower, fairly small, numerous flowers on this plant. And I almost lost this plant a few years ago, and I pulled it out, cleaned it up, put it back in a lighter potting mix. I think I might have had it in a heavier potting mix that was supplied by the grower. And the grower on this, I should say, is Palmer Orchids. And I think I picked this plant up at my Society Bingo event that's coming up next month locally. Everyone's excited about Orchid Bingo. Instead of winning the orchid is the prize when you play Orchid Bingo. You wish you could spell orchid, but you still spell bingo anyway. So, but this is a plant that I almost lost. It actually hasn't bloomed for me in a couple of years, but this year I see there's this nice bloom spike here that has 2 buds on it. I saw when this was hanging up in my pergola, it's up high in the pergola, so it's kind of hard to get to. I saw that there's another flower spike coming out down here, but just as I was pulling this off from where I put it, I noticed that there's a third flower spike with 3 flowers that'll probably be open within a week. There's another sheath here. Nope, doesn't feel like there's anything in there. But this is the Star Ruby Xanadu. It's a pretty common plant. I think that you can actually buy these. I've heard that you can pick these up at Home Depot locally. So it's a really nice plant, very vigorous, a nodosa hybrid, and it seems to be doing well here. So again, Star Ruby Xanadu doing quite well. All right, so that again is repeat bloomer. And let me pull down first bloom, which means smaller plant, and that is right here. All right, and this is where this plant lives. And this I'm excited about, kind of. This is a Cattleya species, so this is Cattleya aclandiae. On the label, what it says is 4N times Midnight Beauty. So I don't know if this is a tetraploid. I'm not sure what this is. If this is a clone or whether it's seed derived, but and these just opened up yesterday. So it may be that the flowers are going to open up just a little bit more. I don't know. If you wanted to watch my video today and see spots, you hit the jackpot, because spots. The aclandiae has so many spots on this, and you see this, that they're almost continuous. And so what happens with these things, if it has so much of them, the petals almost look dark, really dark purple. The lip on this, the lip spreads, and you have, wow, the lip is really tight up in there. This is going to be fun to cross, and yes, I am planning on crossing this. This has so many spots to the point that even in addition to the intense spotting on the petals and sepals, you also have spotting on the leaves of this plant. And sometimes you can tell from some of the orchids, none of my other orchids here in front of me that are spotted, have spotted flowers, have spotted leaves, but the aclandiae has spotted leaves. And sometimes you can see that, and it's an indicator that the plant is going to be spotted. But this is a pretty small plant. I picked this up, I think maybe 9 months ago from Sundance Orchids and Bromeliads in Fort Myers. I've gotten a lot of good plants from them, and this is, this is again one of those plants. It has grown to the edge of the pot, and now it's starting to grow over. This is a species, not an exceptional grower, but this plant seems to be doing really well. If this is 4N, that means if it's a tetraploid, I may have some problems crossing it with some of the other plants that I'm planning on crossing onto this, but we'll try it and see what happens. That's part of the fun of this. So, nice bloom, intense, lots of spots on this thing. I'm getting some fragrance, yay. So, and it's supposed to be fragrant. But this is a really nice, the flower is really thick and waxy, which may again indicate that this is a tetraploid. But we'll see how long the flower lasts. We'll see what the flower looks like after a few days. Again, this just opened yesterday, so I'm not sure what this is gonna, how long this is gonna last, or what it's gonna do when it's the first time bloom on this plant. But again, a small plant, good vigorous grower. I'm going to use it in crossing probably right away, even with the first bloom, which is not what you're supposed to do, but I'm so excited about it. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, there's a bee. Get away. I don't want the bee to make the cross. All right, so that's my Cattleya aclandiae right here, and I'm going to put it back up where it lives and get to it later. Okay, so I'm excited because the weather here, this is like perfect orchid growing weather today. This is really, and this is what we're dealing with during the rainy season in Southwest Florida. So this is just a great time to be here and growing orchids. They're doing well. I'm sharing these with you. I've got some other ones. I got a first bloom back in here, a couple actually, one there, one up there. Probably one of my next videos I'll be able to share with you is the first blooms on these plants. I got lots of stuff going on. My seedlings, oh my gosh, they're all growing so well. And I've got some blooms on seedlings that I want to share with you also. All right, so it's an exciting time. Gopika's mom, if you're out there, contact me. We'll exchange. I need your address so I can send you a division of this plant. We'll go from there. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have for you today. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.